I mean, I think in one of your actual comments to somebody else, you had said you're about 30 minutes from your parents. So how are you getting transportation back and forth to, your job and seeing your parents every day? Are they coming to you? Are you going to them? Are you Ubering? Like, kind of what does that look like?
Okay, well, first of all, I want to make this very clear. I did move out, but I didn't move far.
At first glance, their content seemed harmless. A middle-aged man and his young daughter dancing, laughing, and performing light-hearted challenges inside their car. Their videos didn't stand out visually, yet somehow they began to spread. Not because of talent or editing, but because of a subtle discomfort viewers couldn't quite explain. The way Patrick stared at the camera for too long, the way Sarah avoided eye contact or forced a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. Something about the dynamic felt staged, rehearsed, and almost performative in a way that didn't fit the typical father-daughter TikTok trend. Comment sections started off supportive. So cute, wholesome duo, you can tell he loves her. But within weeks, those same comments turned to something else entirely. What's going on here? Why does this feel so off? Am I the only one getting weird vibes? Clips began circulating across Reddit threads and TikTok commentary pages, dissecting every subtle movement in their videos. The internet collectively sensed that there was more beneath the surface, and when people dug deeper, the illusion of the dream team started to fall apart. According to discussions online, the pair would often go live at odd hours. Patrick would dominate the conversation while Sarah sat quietly beside him, occasionally interrupting only to be cut off mid-sentence. Viewers claimed she looked tense, not in the camera-shy way, but in the way someone looks when they're trying not to say something they shouldn't. Soon, their live streams became a spectacle of confusion. At times, Patrick would act overly affectionate towards Sarah, blurring the line between paternal warmth and uncomfortable proximity. Other times, he would lose his temper at minor things. A missed cue, a comment he didn't like, and the shift in tone was instant. The dream team that people once called heartwarming had become TikTok's most unsettling duo. But this wasn't the kind of situation that stayed online for long. When viewers began clipping and re-uploading suspicious moments, TikTok quietly started suppressing their content. Their videos stopped appearing on the For You page. Their lives ended without warning. And then, almost overnight, their entire profile disappeared.
Upset that people think we're a couple. Well, we are, but we also don't understand why people see the worst. Coming on here raging at people won't help, so why should we waste everyone's time? I get that some people aren't as affectionate as we are, but taking the leap from hugging and being close to each other all the time to that is absolutely the biggest.
Nobody knew if TikTok banned them or if Patrick had deleted everything himself. But by the time people noticed they were gone, the internet had already turned the pair into a digital ghost story. A cautionary tale about how something can look innocent on the surface and still be hiding something deeply disturbing underneath. And that's where the darker part of the story begins, because what came next wasn't just a simple case of internet backlash. It was a series of discoveries that painted a far more chilling picture of who Patrick really was and what might have been happening behind the screen.
So I just went on Sarah's page from the Dad and Daughter Dream Team. For those of you that don't know, Sarah and her dad Patrick were making videos on TikTok that were making people, including myself, wildly uncomfortable with their content. She and Patrick would make skits and do some transitions, and they had a pretty decent following, about 50,000 followers at the time of them basically getting rid of their page. There was a lot of speculations about some inappropriate behavior between the two of them. She is, I believe, 21, 22 years old, and Patrick had given her a promise ring and basically proposed to her, had it filmed, and then posted it on TikTok. Okay, so now that you have the backstory of them, they're the Dad and Daughter Dream Team, and people were speculating that there's some inappropriateness going on between the two of them, and they have denied, and then they reached 50,000 followers and then decided to can their channel. So, which was very strange, very weird. Like, anybody that has that many followers, why would you get rid of your channel? I don't know, unless there's something going on.
Within days, Reddit threads, TikTok commentary accounts, and YouTube channels began piecing together every clip they could find, analyzing tone, posture, and words, searching for a reason behind their sudden exit. Some claimed Patrick deleted everything because he couldn't handle the backlash.
The Dad and Daughter Dream Team have taken down their TikTok account. This comes after people have done some deep diving. They found this website. From my understanding, it's basically where you post stories. And if y'all read right here what this says, this is what they're posting about. I have not went on here, read anything myself, but from what I'm seeing from other people who have, it's very graphic. And also, allegedly, rumors are swirling after this picture was posted of Sarah that she is indeed pregnant. So after all this stuff is starting to surface, they did in fact delete their account. This story just absolutely breaks my heart. I mean, just look at her eyes, y'all. Like, the eyes tell it all. And it's not in just one or two photos. Like, every single video and photo you see, her eyes just look so sad. They've got the black around them. It's just heartbreaking. And just, he's always being very affectionate with her. Just the way he's looking at her here, it's just disgusting.
Others believe the platform removed them after countless user reports for inappropriate behavior. But among the countless theories, one stood out: that what viewers had seen on camera wasn't performance, but evidence. Patrick's demeanor was the first thing people noticed. In every video, his presence dominated the screen. He laughed too loud, smiled too long, and held the camera as if it was his proof of control. In one now deleted clip, he jokingly told Sarah to do as daddy says, followed by a forced laugh that didn't sound like a joke at all. She smiled back, but her eyes told a different story. That clip would go on to be replayed millions of times before the account vanished completely. The internet started comparing their content to other controversial TikTok families, creators who blurred the line between parent and influencer, where the need for attention overshadowed basic boundaries. People pointed out how Sarah rarely spoke freely, how her laughter seemed delayed, and how Patrick often answered questions meant for her. Every frame seemed to confirm the growing suspicion that what viewers were witnessing wasn't just awkward, it was manipulative. Then came the alleged live stream that changed everything. According to users who claimed to have watched it before it was deleted, Patrick and Sarah were in their car as usual. But this time, something felt off. Patrick appeared agitated, muttering about people trying to destroy them. Sarah sat beside him, motionless, barely blinking. The chat flooded with concern. "Are you okay?" one user wrote. "Blink twice if you need help." Patrick saw it and smiled directly at the screen. "She's fine," he said. "Aren't you, princess?" Moments later, the live stream ended abruptly. It never returned. That single stream sparked a wave of panic online. Some claimed authorities were notified, others insisted TikTok investigated the account, but no official statement ever surfaced. The truth remained buried beneath speculation, a mix of real concern and internet hysteria that blurred fact and rumor beyond repair. But the more people searched, the darker the theories became. A few self-proclaimed investigators claimed they traced Patrick's background and found previous accounts linked to similar content under different names.